Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Third and final of the games today, this Wild Card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing to begin is Richardson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll motion over Pierce. From the gun, Richardson. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Alert! Alert!
On the ground, here is the rookie out of Clemson. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Sending a receiver right. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And 3rd down coming up.
18 rapid. Let's go now. Take go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, And that's a big-time takeaway.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Once again, it's Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. Shaheed in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shaheed in motion. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Street. Ready.
Here's a designed run. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Titans. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle. Third and 5. Richardson gonna look to throw. And that is incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
60-by-6, 60-by-2.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he's in! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. A try here for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Colts will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. One. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Pioneer. Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Back to the air one more time. That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll run the toss with Cook. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll take it on in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Tennessee. Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson gets this quickly to Mitchell. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and 6. Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
18, run, 18.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll motion over Pierce. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set up. Check, Bobcat. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is hard. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
On second down, Richardson. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put them in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Shaheed in motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
To the air now on first and 10. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. 7 Cardinals, 7 Cardinals.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Shaheed with the catch. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the second half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish this drive with some points.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Colts have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
They go right back to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this up to the 20. This looks like a design run. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. Looking to throw, Richardson. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Give up the middle to Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Now he takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time.
And he will score. Game on. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indy. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now the try here for the point after. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Going to return this from the 10. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
60 Bearcat, 60, Buffalo 18. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
They motion a receiver right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Shaheed in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And they'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Here's a design run. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the 4th quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Come on. Set. 19. Pioneer. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Go.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Set up. 19 Lion. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. He'll air it out down the middle. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So